know what it is. CC Crippin in the building. What up? All right. Choke no joke. We back. All right. Shabu, what up? It's a Monday. Time to get it going. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that caught me live yesterday. You know what I'm saying? For Camel Face. Camel Z. All right. If you didn't catch Camel Z, you missed something. Go check it out. All right. Shout out to Darnell Jones in the building. D Jiggity in here. All right. Shout out to the travel group. I just booked another trip to Dubai. Yes, sir. Yes, I did. Going back to Dubai. I'm excited, baby. So if you're down with the travel group and you want to go to Dubai with us next year, I ain't gonna say no dates because I don't want no haters popping up on us. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We got Thailand coming up. Now we got another Dubai coming up. We got Turks and Caicos coming up. You know what I mean? We have to switch the date on that. You know what I mean? Because we some people that got in the group that, causing problems. So we switched up the date for the cruise. You know what I mean? If you're down and you're going on the cruise and you want the new date, we moved the date. So hit me up if you're down with the cruise. All right, you need the new date. But shout out to my man Yusef Juice in the building, Dirty Jers in the building. He had to come back on. All right, because Gene Squill went up there and started talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, he was talking crazy, right? So my man Juice hit me up like, yo, Choke, I need to come back on and clear up some things. And maybe a lawsuit involved because Gene Squill's squealing and people got lawyers. So when you lie, you put yourself at risk. So I'm going to bring on my man Yusef right now. Yusef is in the building. What up,
Choke? What up, my guy? Hey, look, man, we just want to get straight to the point, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, brothers is feeling some type of way, man. I ain't the only one involved. This guy, when I talking about, you talking about disparage a person's name, I'm talking about desecrate. He talking about homicides, molestations, and everything. You know, if you molest somebody, you on that thing forever. So, you know, when I came home from prison, I was in Harlem, actually. You know what I'm saying? I was staying in Harlem. I had gave some time back, but they took it off the back. So I only had 2.5 years parole. But being though I knew the situation, but I didn't want to go back to Jersey right away. So I was going to Harlem. But I said, yo, if this joke was still working and they fuck with me, I'm gonna just slide to Jersey. But I had a new jack from like he was from upstate. Spanish cat, he ain't know nothing was going on, but I was giving a nigga a hard time. I'd be in Cali, nigga calling to my where you at. Yo, I'm in Brooklyn, I'm at the hospital. The nigga, he was tired of me. So he went and told him, so they gave me a new parole officer, right? So when they gave me a new parole officer, she knew what was happening. I only had 4 months left, bro. About to do a show at the Prudential Center. I ain't want no sauce. I come in there, she on my ass. I said, damn, what's the problem? She told me, you got a curfew 8 o'clock? Man, I'm about to get off. What are you talking? I said, oh, they know. I said, matter of fact, let me speak to your supervisor. Her supervisor come and point. I don't believe you live in Harlem. I don't believe you work in East New York. I said, why is you pointing your finger? She had talking my hands. She had just told me stop talking my hands. So I said to him, I said, bro, what is all this? Pointing my hands. She just told me stop talking my hands. What's all this? He said, oh, you one of them. I said, oh, one of them what? He said, go out there. I don't need a piss for you and wait. He had me waiting for 2 hours. So now when it's time for me to come piss, I can't piss no more. I'm pissed out there. So now I'm going at it. My old PO, Miss Brown, she said, Tommy, zip it, because they was spinning around me. They was trying to set it off on me. You know, I only had 4 months left. So they was trying to get. I said, oh shit, this nigga been on parole 2 years, and this the one. Remember, we had a whole shootout with them. So they like, oh shit, we on his hill. How the fuck he about to slide about it? Anyway, long story short, he tell me go back out. I breathed for about 18 months. I got shot 9 times, 2017. They sent me back to the island. And that's when they caught me. But before that, they was coming to my family house 30, 40 deep. Every 2 weeks, my family called me, Sam. I don't even know at the time how they come until after the fact. I come home in a wheelchair because I beat the joint. Nigga try to say I never came and all this. I beat it in the hearing. I slid in the wheelchair. Church came, pick me up, took me to Harlem. I go back to my cousin crib. She like, cuz that shit over because niggas was coming in 30, 40 deep. I'm like, oh shit. Damn, cuz I apologize. I didn't know they was coming like that, but that's how they was coming. So I say all that to say that this guy right here had a whole team. The parole officers, that's his squad. That's his crew. That's his gang. And they was on me when they figured out, oh, this nigga right here under our nose. You understand what I'm saying? But by the time I came out, I beat it. So now I say all that to say, if I'm on parole, and if you have any type of charges like you just try to put up on against us, nigga, first of all, they came and got us for them charges. It's about a Club Eugene. It wasn't no Club Eugene ever in North when we was there, 99. The thing you're talking about, we went from Virginia all the way up to here, Robin. Nigga, you would have been had them boys on us if you had some proof we was doing any of that, nigga. And if you got any type of funny cases, you're on parole for life, nigga. So you never get off. You understand what I'm saying? And you try to assassinate niggas' characters, then you try to say you brought a gun in the courthouse, nigga. And you was crying because you was trying to get to your ankle so you could shoot me, but the bailiff stopped you, nigga. Like, Choke, when people have blinders on their eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like when I lost Penatala, put blinders on a person on their heart or their eyes, they can't see the truth. So they start just telling anything. And I've been paying attention to him. He loved this YouTube thing, man. He even got a station, man. He got the music playing when he come on and He loving the fans.
He got that from me. He a nut eater.
Well yeah,
he,
you know,
nutty.
he's a dick rider.
You see his stuff is blue like mine. Now he want to be outside like mine. He want to start to show off with music. That nigga is on my nuts. Jesus
Hey yo, he's a clown, man. Like I said, he was on the stand crying because he was trying to get to his ankle. Did you hear him, Joe?
Yeah, that's like, first of all, let's just say
he had a gun in his ankle. First of all, you can't even come in the courthouse with no gun. So you saying you broke the law? You came to the courthouse with a gun illegally?
Yeah, that's what he said.
In your ankle?
He was going to shoot
me in the courthouse?
In the courthouse.
Stop it. You was crying every time a piece of your jewelry hit your hand. You start crying like a baby, chump. You understand what I'm saying? You wrote the judge and told him to give me life, and I ain't even the one who pistol whipped you. I ain't even hit you with no gun, no nothing. I'm sitting in the car with the Mac thinking you're poppy, man, and I'm going to come out and be thinking you the plug, man. And to keep it honest, we'd have thought you was police. We wouldn't even fuck with you, man. But you're fronting like you in the streets, and you ain't, nigga. You're not a dude from the streets, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And me and myself, I don't even indulge in the streets no more, bro. You know what I do? I go all around the world talking to the people about not being like me, not putting in no work, but putting in another work. You know what I'm saying? Same hustle, same drive, different product. This is what we doing all around the world, bro. Like, bro, the documentary coming. I was with my clients all weekend, man.
Yo, either move back or tilt the camera up. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying, though? You understand what I'm saying, though, Choke? This nigga's a lame. Like, you a super lame. Like now I got lawyers involved, bro. Because you're assassinating people's characters, bro. Trying to put homos on us. You understand what I'm saying? From 30 years ago. Made up homies. You don't know nobody, no. You don't got no plugs to be Club Eugene, bro. You serious? Yeah, somebody in the comments tell me what Club Eugene was.
The defamation of character.
Then he tried. Oh, that's your family. That was him. Oh, bro. You're really police. You show your hand every day, and I get it because if you wasn't police, you'd be labeled a snitch, a rat. But because you're a civilian, first of all, I can't handle beef with you. You got a legal hammer. You walk around, mommy. I got people around me that got legal hammers too. We ain't gonna get that twisted. You know what I'm saying? But you walk around with a legal hammer. And actually, I do want to fight you. I must put the gloves on. I seen you throwing a few pieces of whatever. Let's put the gloves on and get all the money to charity, man. Let's put the gloves on. You see how little I am. Let's put the gloves on, big fella. Okay, you know what I mean? Let's rock. Let's rock out real quick because you want to lie. And you think you tough. Let's rock. Let's see how many rounds you go in the ring. You know I'm from North. You know we know how to box. You know that, right? You from St. Louis, right? We make it north from St. Louis / Harlem. You know what I'm saying? We could do that, man. But the documentary coming out and Choke, bro, first of all, my life, like I told you, bro, my father was beheaded by my uncles in them. And a few other dudes, the same killers who killed Malcolm. I got a whole story coming out about my life. Like, he just one part. He just happened to be by coincidence. We ran into him. You understand what I'm saying? But we been, me, my guys or whatever, just our lives alone is 10, 20 books without him. You know what I'm saying? The story about when we went to Rikers Island, on the island alone is a whole nother movie. 18 months on the island, and you ain't even from there. You understand what I'm saying? But kept it solid. And we in all 3 different buildings. We weren't even in the same building. But this a chump. If he went on island, what happened to him, Choke? If Big Jane went on Rikers Island, coming in from right there, Big Jane. Oh, they found out he was with Puff and they sent him on the island. He going to PC. You ain't going to population. No matter how much you try to act like you're same gang or you from the hood, nigga, you're police. This the thing, and then some days he'd be proud of it, Choke, because I'm police, I couldn't do this. But you was riding around with all these hustlers in Harlem. You was with all these killers. This guy, you was saving niggas and doing this and making calls, street politician. Which one is you? You from the streets or you police, man? Let's keep it a buck, man. You confused. You're delusional.
He was a dirty parole officer hanging with Jazz, hanging with the same gang, hanging with Slick and the family. These dudes is hustlers. And the dudes from the same gang, they done came out and said this nigga was no founder. He running around telling everybody he was the founder of the same gang. They jumped Diddy in. Dude got on there and said, yo, we ain't no gang, Gene. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,